Oh, okay. Hello. Welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Got some more babies tonight. Mikey is back. You'll be glad to hear. He's back from being out on the lash last week. Oh, you're going to have to back up a little bit, my love, because I'm going to do some cutting. Let everybody join for a minute. Oh, see? Now you're doing it.
Christine.
Oh, hi, Christine. I'm just going to do some pinning while we're waiting for everybody. Not related to what I'm doing tonight, but another project.
Lorna.
Oh, hi, Lorna.
Terry.
Oh, hi, Terry.
Elaine asked if I was fragile on Saturday. No, I was
No,
not.
he was good. No, he had to drive home, so there was no drinking involved.
Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
Margaret.
Oh, hello, Link. Hi, Margaret.
Christine from Aberdeenshire.
Hi, Christine. I hope everybody's staying safe and warm out there with all that fog. Has everybody else had fog like we've had?
Karen is watching, and yes,
Hi,
I did
Karen.
enjoy myself. Thank you.
Yeah.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
Christine from Glasgow.
Hi, Christine.
And Diamond.
Hi, Shelley.
Yours, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. Ooh, I'll show you what I'm doing now, Sarah, because I think this might be a me and you sit and sew day. I think you'll like it.
Christine says no fog in Barry.
Oh.
Elaine says yes, foggy here.
Yeah, it's been awful. Ever since last night, it came down last night. Hasn't let up.
Judy says good evening and Merry Christmas.
Oh, hi, June. Hi, Happy Christmas.
Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
And Angie.
Hi, Angie. So I'll put that aside for now. I'll show you. I probably will get around to showing you what I'm doing with that. Anyway, tonight.
Karen says no fog in Wigan. It's been a
Oh.
gorgeous day. Sunny blue skies. It's been
Nice.
lovely. Judith.
Oh, hi, Judith. Nice. Wish some of that. Well, we did have a little bit of that, I guess.
And Angie says plenty of fog in Staffordshire. And Janet says foggy in Birmingham.
Oh, okay. So it's that way. It hasn't gotten quite to Wales then, but it's over the middle. Right. Well, I promised I'd show you tonight is how to take a regular scarf. You can do it with a length of fabric as well. It doesn't have to be scarf, but I find these, I don't tend to wear them much when they're just like this. But I do like them when they are in a loop. So this is probably my first one, and this is the one that I actually bought like this. I love it. So it's the one that I use because I like the length. It's the one that I use for reference for cutting all the others down. So I'll tell you how long it is.
Terry says fog first thing and then sun today in South Shields.
Oh, nice.
And Diana is watching and she says I found my way home. Yes. Yours, Sarah, says sound good. I was getting all excited for sewing this week but had a car accident Wednesday.
Oh no.
Car's a write-off and hurt my shoulder so can't move it.
Oh no. That's not good at all. Okay, I'm definitely gonna come see you next week.
Debbie and Jackie.
Hi Debbie, hi Jackie. Okay, so this measures what, 29 inches? So I would say it needs to be, your length of fabric needs to be about 59 inches. Let's see how wide this is. It's just going to be rough because it's a bit loose. Let's see. So it's about 23.5. So if you wanted to make it out of just fabric, if you had a length of fabric that was, yeah, so 59.
Susan.
Pardon me. Oh, 1.5 meters. If you had a piece of fabric, 1.5 meters. And then what you did, I would rip it. A lot of people get nervous about that, but rip it straight down the middle, the whole length. So fold it in half to find the middle of the width of fabric, and then make a little cut and then rip it all the way the length.
Christine
Or
says,
just
good
use a
evening, a cold but dry Cornwall today.
Oh.
And yes, it's good to be back as well.
Okay, so I'm going to take my scarf though and do it, because this is the much easier way, because it's all hemmed up for me. And actually, if you take, I've done this with a lot of those scarves you get on the market or market stalls that are like 2 for £10 or 2 for £12 now. Works really well on those. Okay, I'm not going to be too precious, but I'm just going to sort of square it off to get rid of that edge. Maybe. There we go. And then I'm going to measure. Where's my scissors? Get my scissors. Do it this way. Measure my 59 inches. Or thereabouts. It doesn't have to be exact. Also bear in mind, if you've got a thicker fabric, it might need to be a little bit longer to make up the bulk, to take up the bulk. 59 didn't take that much. Oh, no, 59. 159, 59 is here. I'm just going to put a little snip in there, just to make it in place. Fold this over. The good thing about these, you don't have to be spot on necessarily, because it's all going to be wrapped around your neck, and there we go, scrunched up anyway. There we go. That's the extra that I had. Don't need that bit. You could save it though. That'd make a nice little, if you're making doll's clothes, that'd be nice. Nice little bit to save for that. And then I promised you I'd show you French seams. You're not making any comment. All the ladies swore blind that you were going to say something about me doing French seams today.
It's Christmas. Your sir says I'm not on the razzle tonight. Then no.
No, he has been though. He has been partaking of my Baileys this week. Okay, so to do a French seam, you actually have to have your fabric with the wrong sides together for the first.
Well, that makes sense. Julie says 6 weeks post surgery for new hip, and it's going well.
Oh, good, good, good. Yay. Good to hear. You might want to come a bit closer so you can see. I'm just going to change my thread. I don't necessarily want pink. Oh, I want pink on that.
Christine says we don't have market traders in this part of Cornwall, but we do have artisan markets in the summer, but the prices are expensive.
Yes, a bit more than that, yes. Now, I guess we're spoiled. We've got Uppingham Market one way, although I don't often go there. Stamford Market on a Friday, which I haven't been to in years because it's on a Friday. Oakham Market. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit less than that. So the first seam I am doing. It's not quite a 1/4 inch. I could do a 1/4 inch seam actually. I might do that. I'm going to take my foot off. Put I'll do roughly a 1/4 inch seam for the first one. The second one's going to be wider, but the first one you don't want it super wide because you don't want to have your raw edges showing when you turn it through. There we go. Oh, and I need to... There. And the idea of doing a French seam is that you're not going to have any raw edges. All those raw edges are going to be completely enclosed.
Christine says she loves the Christmas decorations on the dresser. It looks
Thank you.
very festive.
Thank you. We do try. We have a Christmas tree and then a couple of garlands. We've got another garland that goes over the door. A couple of wreaths. So on the inside. Crying. Right, I'm going to change my foot now because I don't need that one. There we go. So, at this point I would normally press it because it'll make it behave a little bit better, but this will do as well. And the way I would press it is pressing the seam to one side. Mostly want to make sure that seam gets nice and open underneath. Thanks, Link. Don't need help. Got his claw in it. So I'm just pressing it over, and then what you do, then you put your right sides together, and you're going to sew another seam directly over that. But I'm going to do it not quite 1/2 inch, but I'm going to run the folded edge along the side of my normal presser foot.
Christine says her son is moving into his new house after the new year.
Oh.
So she's invited herself to his house for next Christmas.
Oh, nice. Well done.
And Margaret says you just don't appreciate an expert's help.
I do not. I'm sorry, Link. Now you see I'm not starting completely at the edge. I'm starting a little bit in because I want that starter bit to be hidden a little bit. So I'll do a couple of stitches, but then I'll do my reverse stitch all the way to the edge and then back. So now I'm just going to go along here. It's going to take me a little bit longer this time because I want to make sure my seam is completely...
Janet asks, is that the shorter side you have sewed?
Oh yes, yes, it's the shorter side to make a loop. Now you can do this on the, if you've got an overlocker, I often just do it on the overlocker and I just do one seam rather than a French seam. This is how to do it on a regular sewing machine and make it nice and neat and look professional. What is it, hey?
Christine says she thinks the French seam just finishes the project.
Mm-hmm. They are nice. Chasing his tail. That is his thing, isn't it, Link? You got it. You got it, boy. Okay, so that is my French seam. So you can see that's what it looks like. It's a bit raised. And on this side, if you've done it correctly, you don't see any of those raw edges popping through. If you do see your raw edges popping through, that means that your first seam, well, there's one or two through here, which you can just pull off. Your first seam wasn't quite narrow enough, or your second one wasn't wide enough, because it shouldn't show through.
Karen says, did you hear that AJ had to pull out of Strictly?
I did!
She must be gutted.
Yes, I did. It's going to be an interesting final. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I must be all that time and then right at the last. It's going to be awful. Right, so what I'm going to do now, because I'm not a big fan of them sticking up like that, I'm just going to do top stitch to sew that seam down now.
Joanne and Mum Maureen.
Oh, hi Joanne and Maureen.
Joanne says, seemed to have forgotten what day it was and I didn't get the usual notification. Watched the beginning on catch up. Hope I didn't miss any urgent updates from you. Hope you are all well.
Yeah, all good here. Thank you. Hope everything's good there. Hope not too foggy. We've been having an update on what everybody's weather is. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Hold my threads. Do a little back stitch. I'm actually going to pivot that, and it's quite far from the edge. Yeah, so if anybody's stuck for a last minute present.
Judith is watching.
Oh, hi Judith. Here's an idea for one. There we go. That's better. And then it's nice laying down flat, and then because I like to put that where the seam is behind my neck, it's an easy way to see where that join is without it being too obvious. And it not annoying the back of your neck as well.
Christine asks, what foot are you using? I can't recognize yours with what looks like a screw near the top.
Oh. The foot is just a normal one. It's the clear plastic one, so I can see through it quite well. So it's nothing special except that it's completely clear.
Karen says she has loads of last minute gifts to make yet, but there's still time, not panicking yet.
Yeah, not panicking yet. There's still plenty of time. I've just been furiously working on quilts for people to get ready for Christmas, done for Christmas. That was my week. There we go. Oops. These would be nice out of brushed cotton as well. I made you one, didn't I? It has a pocket though. Yeah, so there it is. That's what it looks like on the inside. That's the outside. Actually, with those measurements, you could actually make them out of brushed cotton sheets. That'd be nice. There we go. Oh, nice one neck down. There it is. Hello, Link. Hello, Link. Right, now I will tell you about the other project.
Claudia asked, can you please give the sizes again for the fabric?
Oh, yeah. So it is... Measure this one. This one's quite wide, so you might want to play around with the width, depending on the fabric you got. Obviously, the thicker fabric, the more bulky it will be. That's a little bit wider than that other one. This one is 22... 24, 26. This one's about 27 inches wide, which is quite wide. I wouldn't go quite that wide. I'll probably go about 20, 22 inches wide on your fabric. And the length that I've got, the cut length is 59 inches. So it's about 1.5 meters. Well, it is 1.5 meters. And that gives you enough seam allowance. I've added an extra inch in there for your seam allowance.
Judith asks, not needed for Christmas, but what is the turnaround time for having a quilt long armed, please?
Oh, at the moment I've got quite a few backed up. So I've got all my ones for Christmas done. And then in between Christmas and New Year, if there's time, I'll start working on my backlog. But I've probably got about 8 or so. So if I received one now, it would probably be looking at end of February, beginning of March to be done, to be finished. On the safe side, just to be on the safe side, just in case anything happens between now and then. But yeah, that is the turnaround at the moment. Probably quicker, but just to be on the safe side. That's what it would be. So, I have been... No, watch that link. I'll come out so I can show you what I'm doing. Oh my baba. There we go. I've been making a little animal, and I've got these patterns. This one is going to be, I'll show you, they're so cute. Go back this way. Don't want to get them out of order. have the front page. Okay, I guess this is it. I must have put that on the other side. But this is what I'm making. The little elephant. I'm making it this way with the trunk down. You can do either one. But I found these really cute patterns. They're actually a lot easier than they look just reading the instructions. And they are designed to actually be toys rather than the cute little lunar lapping ones, which are not designed to be toys. These are actually made so that you can give them as toys for kids to play with. So that's what I'm working on. And then the pattern I've got has the elephant. It's got a bear. I just think fox, wolf. Oh, and bunny rabbit. That's the other thing. So all those patterns in this one. And if you want to see the lady, she's actually Australian. I found them on Etsy, but she has her own website. It's Willow Wynn. You can see that. Willow, as in normal, spelt willow, and then Wynn, W-Y-N-N.
Christine says, with a scarf that long, could you put a small pocket in it to keep some emergency cash in it?
Yes, that's what I have done. So the one that I did for Michael was about the same width, except there's a way. I do a class on it because it's a bit more involved than an evening thing. You sew the sides together. There's a certain order of doing it, but you sew the sides together, and then you insert a little pocket with a zip in it as well.
Sally sells, she sells at the seashore.
Yeah, that. So yeah, with Michael, I think yours has got a pocket in it. I think I made it with a pocket.
Yeah, it's the green one. It does have a pocket.
Yeah, but exactly that reason. Put a little bit of cash, maybe your front door key if you're going on a walk. Yeah, it's nice. I've done that. Especially when I've gone out for the
or a lateral flow test now.
Onto the craft fairs or gone out of an evening or something where I didn't want to take a purse and everything else, so I just put my debit card, maybe a little bit of cash and my key in there. Good to go. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing now with the elephant. I have got, and I've only done this tonight. It's taken me about maybe what? I drew the pattern out and it's taken me maybe an hour to get to this point. Got the head, back of the head and the ears done. This is the body. I've got the arms in there as well. So I've just been pinning and so I'll probably post a picture tomorrow, but this is for somebody who made an elephant quilt for their granddaughter, and it's for Christmas, so that's another one I've been working on getting quilted, and this is to go with it basically.
Laura asked if I think that we'll be in lockdown by January. I'm assuming we'll be in lockdown before Christmas.
I don't think we will. I don't think people will want the lockdown.
They may be listening.
Besides, I've seen quite a few like events be cancelled.
They said they were just business meetings.
Not cheese and wine at all.
No.
And that would definitely, yeah, social distance, not. Couldn't make it up, could you?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
No, I don't think we'll be in lockdown again. I think I agree with you. I don't think the people have the will to do it anymore.
No, and like I said, I think places where there is a risk, I think they are sort of I won't say self-censoring, but they are, you know, shutting things down themselves. Like Joe Lycett had a television show, live television show, supposed to be on Channel 4 next week, and that's been cancelled because somebody in the crew has COVID or something like that. Or there was a risk, I don't know. But that got cancelled.
Christine says, I'm sure Mark Dreyford has said the 27th of December.
Oh, who's Mark Dreyford? Should I know?
The Welsh premier.
Oh, okay.
And Claudia says suggestions are that it ends lockdown by stealth this morning. And Linda says the Carol concert at the OAP's complex behind her house was cancelled Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Ours was last week, wasn't it? I think they had it outdoors anyway, didn't they? Didn't we have it outdoors last year?
All I know is I don't understand how we're going to pay for it if we go in lockdown again.
Well, there's a lot of businesses that haven't really recovered from the first one. And another one will just be devastating.
Judy says, looking forward to another year of the Emma and Mikey show.
I'm just pinning this one because the pattern pieces, annoyingly, although it hasn't been too bad to work with, do not have seam allowances. So you have to draw around the pattern, and that is your sew line. So that is why I'm pinning the bejesus out of this, to make sure that my sew lines are matched top and bottom. Which it actually would be a perfect project for hand piecing, the way I hand piece. But I want it to be done quicker than that. Just reversing all the pins so that they are going the right direction for sewing. That's not matched at all.
Annette asks, will we be eating turkey at Christmas?
Oh yeah. Apparently that's all we're having because somebody refuses to go shopping next week while I'm working and they are off.
I'll have words with Link. Karen says we all know how much you like to pin.
I'm not a pinner. Right. Let's give it a go. I'll find back to where I was.
Christine says it still amazes her how many people walk around without a care in the world for themselves or other people. Humans. Humans.
Yeah, so to sew that and have that turn it around. So, we shall see. I'm going to put my pink bobbin back in though. I don't want blue on the elephant. Is that the one I was using? No, I was going to say, I thought I had more than that one.
Claudia says you're a stabber with all those stabbies.
Haley does.
Your mom says, give me a list and I will shop.
Oh. No, Mum, he is a grown man. He knows how to go shopping. He's just bone idle.
No, that's not true. Surely we can do it online.
Okay, I said to you, if you can get it all delivered online, then
What do we have to get?
we've got to get the veg.
No, that's important.
We've got to get the custard.
That's important.
Got to get the sticky toffee pudding.
That's important. I can't believe you're letting all these important tasks be done by me, though. Karen says the I'm all right Jack attitude. soon. Yep. And your Sarah says if he wants to eat, LOL.
I know, that's what I said. But then he came back with, well, just have turkey. Okay.
I don't have to go tomorrow, do I?
No, you've got all week. You can go anytime you want. I'll make you a list. Of course, we are running a little bit low on food, so there may be some egg and chips happening next week. I've got sausages.
Where do I have to go?
You can go wherever you want. I personally would go to Tesco and Corby.
Oh, that's all right then. I thought you were going to say the evil H word. Tesco at Hampton.
Oh, no. Why would I even go there? I was there today. It was already nuts.
Karen says man up and get to the shops. Annette says her daughter has been jabbing today. 4 of them managed to vaccinate 788 people today.
Wow.
So people are still taking up the booster. Good news.
Good.
Yes, mine's booked for the last week in December, and you're January, aren't you?
Yeah, mine's January.
I think you could change that now because you got in before they changed the dates.
Yeah, I did.
Judy says making a list and checking it twice. And your mom says, no, Tesco Corby was heaving today. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Is that Tesco and Corby open 24 hours?
I don't know. Possibly. I'll ask Sean.
Christine says, do you use an extension table on your machine?
I have one, but I don't use it very often, I'll be honest.
And Karen said she got her booster yesterday.
Oh, well done. How are you feeling?
Did you book that or did you just walk in?
Ooh. What is occurring down here? There we go. Do a little stitch there.
Your Sarah says got hers on Monday, but will be other shoulder. LOL.
Oh. Yeah, let us know how it goes. Where are you getting yours, Sarah? I think I had to get mine at Oakham. I don't think they gave me an option of one in Peterborough.
Yes, I'm going to the same place you are in Oakham. On the high street there.
Is it on the high street where I get all my jabs?
Yeah, it's your pharmacy. Karen says she booked it originally for January, but then moved it forward. No side effects at all. All is good, but then I am a girl. Alan was ill with his booster, but then he's a boy. Ned says apparently Boris has scrapped the 15-minute after wait to get more through. Yeah, that's true. I had a few people at work who they said they just basically kicked them out as soon as they got their shot.
I'm not sure I agree with that.
Neither do I, but Claudia had to book it for the 31st is unable to stand in line. Dawn said her daughter got a walk-in today at Ashwell, waited only 15 minutes. Ashwell?
Oh, yeah, Ashwell.
Yeah, no, I know Ashwell, but
yeah,
that wasn't one of the lists I could have chosen from, though.
No, but that might have changed since you did your thing.
Your mom said go to Ashwell for your booster, should be okay. And Christine said had her booster a month ago, had the Pfizer, no reaction at all. People I know that have had the Moderna have been quite ill. Well, we've had.
Yeah, we had Moderna to begin with.
Your Sarah says the next in Queensgate. There are loads of options if you want to cancel too near a time.
Oh, okay.
And Christine said her son went into the walk-in surgery for his third jab. And he only had to wait a half an hour, and then he hasn't had any problems. Judith says, I got her booster last week at the walk-in center key for 2.5 hours. Moderna was ill for 3 days after.
Ooh, okay.
And then Dawn said I had hers yesterday in Oakham, but it was a booked one.
Oh, okay. Which one did you get, Dawn? Are they doing the Pfizer or the Moderna one? Or is...
I think it's whatever they have on the day.
Oh, okay. I may just wait. Because if I'm going to be ill, I'd rather be ill while I'm supposed to be working than when I'm actually got a holiday off.
That's the spirit.
Is that wrong?
No.
Sorry. No, in my defence, I have to be on Stone Street on the 27th, so I can't be ill before that.
And Dawn said she had the Pfizer at Oakham late night one. Yeah, that's
okay.
that's the pharmacy we're going to.
Oh, okay. I like that pharmacy.
Yes, mine's the 29th, I believe.
I think mine's like the 5th or 6th.
Your Sarah said that's why I waited. High five. And Karen says you don't get to choose your booster, but it will be different to the 2 jabs you've already had. They are mixing them up.
Oh, okay. So it will be the Pfizer because we had the Moderna to begin with.
And then Claudia also said normally it's potluck as you get what they have on the day.
Okay.
Oh well.
Okay, Sarah.
Wherever we'll be, we'll be.
I think that's actually Spanish, the way she says it. It's not French.
What?
Que sera.
That is Spanish.
Okay.
Linda says her brother has had the Pfizer for all 3 jabs. He's in Hemel Hempstead.
Oh.
Well, whichever. I've also heard reports of people getting 4 and 5 and 6. So,
Well, the good news is we don't have to pay for it.
no, well, yes, we do, but
Well,
that's a fallacy. But yes, we do.
Yeah. But
Terry says they're giving a different booster to the vaccine he originally had, as they found that it gives a better immune response.
mm-hmm. Just trimming my seam allowances now.
And Claudia says, hope you'll be fine for the 27th, as she's looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, because I haven't even spoken about it, have I? I haven't been waffling on. So I'll show you, because I posted the picture of the finished quilt, because last week it was just a work in progress. And it's been made into, oh no. That one is a panel plus a jelly roll. And it will come with the instructions to make it. The other one is a panel. I've made it into a panel, but I've had the fabric and it is really nice. It's almost a brushed cotton, but it's nice and soft.
Lauren says they seem to be using Pfizer and Moderna, no mention of AstraZeneca. Yeah, I think the boosters are only Pfizer and Moderna.
Yeah.
And Karen says, cocktail hour at the vaccination center. Diamond said, I had my booster and flu jab last Sunday.
Oh.
The booster was fine, but the flu jab arm is still swollen, hot, and red.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good at all.
My mother helpfully told me that it just shows that it's working.
I don't know. It shouldn't be red. It shouldn't be hot, for sure. You might want to have that checked, to at least call the 111 or whatever the NHS number is and ask them and say, hey, this has gone on, because it shouldn't be hot. Hot is usually a sign of infection, especially red and hot. Not to worry you, but
Not too late though.
yeah, I would definitely at least call them and say, hey, is this right?
There you go.
What time is it anyway?
I don't know. Your clock doesn't work on your phone.
No, it doesn't.
It's dark.
It is very dark.
Link's in bed, so it's got to be late.
He's in bed. He's on his blankie, and he'll be glad to know I won't have to. Well, I might take it, but I don't have to.
Oh, you're gonna leave me without his blankie? Oh, great. Your Sarah said, Dr. Emma in the house.
Yeah.
Christine says she's been offered a shingles jab.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, that's interesting.
Claudia says it's 8:45, and Karen
thank
says
you.
it's 8:47.
Perfect, thank you. Let me turn this out and then I'll show you what I'm marking on for the 27th. Because next Friday, because it'll be Christmas, it's Christmas Eve, right? We'll just do a quick hello, goodbye, happy Christmas next Friday night. There won't be any sewing happening.
Judith says her friend went to get her booster and they gave her a second flu jab by mistake.
Oops. That's not good.
Karen says her mom has just had her shingles jab.
Oh. Well, I knew obviously they have chicken pox and it's related. That's the same.
It's the same
virus.
But
you can't get shingles if you haven't had chicken pox.
I'm sorry, Mother, what was that?
You can't get shingles if you haven't had chicken pox.
But if you had chicken pox,
then yeah, there's a likelihood that you'll get shingles.
I've had chicken pox.
Yeah, so have I.
Okay. Diamond says, thanks for that. I did think I would phone, so I will now.
Okay, good. Please do.
Not to alarm you, just...
Yeah, just checking. Just checking.
Elaine says you get offered a shingles jab at 70 at her doctor's.
Oh, that's interesting. There you go, Mum. You'll be up for that. Not yet, but soon. My dad had shingles. Actually, my professor at grad school, he had shingles. Not while I was there, but he had shingles before. He had shingles on his face, which he was not happy about.
Karen says they're only giving shingle jabs to certain age brackets.
Okay.
And Dawn says not at ours. You don't for single jabs. Shingles jab.
Shingles. There. So there's its real body. Oh, I'm getting a bit warm now with this scarf on. So
Elaine says her sister had it on her face.
Oh, okay.
And Claudia says, I wish you a Merry Christmas now as we'll be celebrating Christmas Eve being European. So this is, it's a quilt and a wall hanging. So the instructions are for both. So you don't have to have them with the panels I've put, but this is a little wall hanging. It's a nice little horizontal wall hanging. And the quilt finished. And what I loved about it, I mean, you saw it was in bits. So literally Sunday, took me Sunday to finish it, and I had to write instructions. Plus, I'm sorry, that's true. It's the scientist talking to Boris. Oh dear. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. Dawn asks, what fabric are you using for the elephant, please?
oh, it's well, I'll post pictures tomorrow because it's up on the frame in a minute. But it's a brushed cotton sheet. but it's not like the ones we had. It's really nice. It looks almost like, it's quite open weave. It almost looks a bit like fuzzy linen. But it's cotton. But this is what's on the back of the quilt. So when I've finished the quilt, it won't be bound, but when I finish the quilt, I'll take a picture, because the quilt that's on there at the minute is the inspiration for the Up, Up and Away quilt, which is the other project that I'll be doing for Sewing Street, which is my pattern, which is Link's blanket. And they have made up printed panels, because it's squares. Literally all you have to do is cut out the squares. There's no, you don't have to use any measuring, whatever, so it's really easy. And you'll have a choice of doing an elephant, which I will show tomorrow, or the mouse. Oh, and if Joe's watching, Joe did the elephant, so I'll be posting pictures of Joe's quilt as well, so you can see what the elephant looks like and the mouse.
Dawn says thank you.
Oh,
Karen says her father-in-law had shingles in his eye. And Barbara says gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so it's really cute. Isn't that really cute?
I've seen these illustrations before, haven't I?
Well, they're like very 50s anyway. They remind me of a lot of people said Ladybird books.
Yeah. Karen says quilt reminds her of Enid Blyton.
Oh, yeah. That too. Noddy. Yeah, but anyway, so you'll be able to make both of these from the kit, plus you'll be able to have all the leftover strips to use for the binding. You've got enough for binding both projects, both the quilt and the wall hanging. So that'll be that. That might get quilted before the 27th. I don't know.
And Elaine says, and Naval Lucy Atwell.
Yes. But somebody else said that, but I don't think I know who that is.
Looks like Google.
Yeah. I have to Google it. So I will, that'll be it for tonight, I think.
Your Sarah asks, how much is it, do you know?
I don't. I can only guess. I don't know, it's got the instructions in it. 50 or 60 pounds, I would say, round about there. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking price of a jelly roll is about £30, isn't it? Thereabouts. Then you've got the panel, and then you've got the instructions as well. So, yeah, not sure.
Anne says, it is so Enid Blyton, brings memories flooding back.
Yeah.
Judith says, happy Christmas to everyone.
Happy Christmas.
Elaine says, Mabel Lucy Atwell was a famous illustrator of children's books.
Oh, okay. Cool. What's I going to do? Oh, yeah. So my next bit is, I think, doing the head, which is going to be difficult. Which might need to do in the morning. I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining us as usual. Good to have Mikey back, because we couldn't really see much last week, my love. Yeah, we needed you. We missed you.
Quite.
And yes, so I'll post pictures of the mouse and the elephant quilts, and hopefully of this little guy, this little girl, when she gets finished tomorrow. And yeah, everybody have a good weekend, safe weekend, stay safe, in from the fog and the cold. Everybody get your boosters, and I will see you next Friday.
Next Friday.
Bye all.
Good night now, and Merry Christmas to those who can't join us on Friday.
Yeah.
Good night all.